All right. Everybody there? I'm just going to work on a shawl, see if anybody comes in. Anybody there? Okay, I don't know why that's doing that. There we go. It's one of those rare moments where I get to sit and relax. See if anybody shows up. Oh shoot. Don't mind me, I'm just making a shawl. Wait and see who all is gonna turn out. Oh, I got one person. Cool. Yay. Hello. I'm just hoping I don't have as many technical difficulties as I did last time. Last time was not fun. Whew. Yeah, I'm obviously not cut out for technological stuff. Anyway. So it's just a relaxed day around my apartment, which is a nice change. Oh shoot. Oh hey. Hello. Glad you could make it. I haven't actually done a video for my channel in a while. Things have been a little crazy. Hey, let me just, sorry, am I doing this right? Don't mind me. Hey Tank. Hey Mike. Good seeing you folks. I figured this would just be a nice, relaxing break, little slow down, little breather, little chat, because I haven't done a video on my channel in a while. I've been doing my work placement, which has been fun, but busy. Just chilling out. I'm done the actual class portion of my PSW program, so now I'm just, I'm doing the work placement, which has been fun, but a little hectic. In case anybody doesn't know, I'm becoming a PSW, which is a personal support worker, because I just don't want to work in the auto industry anymore. I'm grateful for the job, grateful for the money, but I don't have it in me to do factory work anymore. It's not what it used to be, and given the circumstances of my leaving, I don't want to go back. I tried to make it as easy as possible, but my employers decided, never mind my 19 plus years of service, or, coming back early from my sick leave while I was still getting treatment. Apparently I'm still just a number. So that solidified my decision to leave manufacturing and do something a little more meaningful. Anyway. So yeah, there's that. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hope everybody's having a, somewhat relaxing day, given current circumstances globally. I'm not going to get political. This is not a political page. It just, anybody wants to come in and relax, chill out, grab some yarn, grab your crafting utensils of choice. Let's just relax, chill, grab some snacks, grab a beverage of choice. Yeah, I figured I'd also pop in to say hi to everybody, catch up. I haven't been on YouTube in a while, but I missed. I figured I would also try and burn through some of my stash to, make some projects for this year's upcoming festivals. As my sister and I are doing the festival circuit. Well, I'm going to say festival circuit, but the ones that we usually do here in and around southwestern Ontario. So we've been busy trying to build stock. My sister crochets, in case that hasn't been made obvious on my channel. She's making a ton of stuffies, actually. She's been crocheting. I'm knitting. She's crocheting a bunch of jumping spiders. Yes, thumbs up, please. Anybody coming in, please leave thumbs, leave thumbies, spread the word. But yeah, Sarah's been crocheting up a bunch of cute little jumping spiders, and they're the only spiders I would want in my home, to be perfectly honest. I have horrific arachnophobia, although I have held a tarantula. Actually, the tarantula was cute. She was nice. Just kind of sat there. It was just a little thing like that. Anyway. So yeah, she's crocheting cute stuffies. I'm knitting accessories. I'm currently working on a shawl, just like super easy shawl. I'm using the Karen Colorama Halo that I got from Rain. Oh my gosh, the advent calendar that I got from Cambridge Fibers. I got some really cool yarn out of that, and I'm very grateful too. It's like every day was a surprise. I'm a sucker for advent calendars, to be honest, so I'm very glad that I was able to acquire one. I think I was watching videos from Russ at It's Raining Yarn. He got the Cambridge Fibers one. A few other people did. I just can't remember all right now because my brain is it's on relax mode. And plus, being middle-aged, I can't retain information for the life of me. Anyway, so how's everybody doing? How are you folks that are watching? How's your Friday going? How are things with you? What are you making? What's everybody making? What's everybody doing? And it doesn't have to be yarn related. Like, are you cooking anything? Are you baking? Are you doing cool creative stuff? Let me know. I want to hear all about it. I'll be here for a while. I'm not going anywhere. I think I'm in the same boat as Juan the Yarn Addict. I never saw myself willingly playing with pink yarn, but here we are. I mean, it's pretty, it's soft. I do like the color on my halo. I do have a couple other skeins or cakes of it. I just don't know where they are. I'm not going to show you what's on the other side of this camera. It's a little frightening. Let's get somebody. Oh, Walker went out exploring. Nice. I should ask you, Mike, how's married life going? I hope she's settling well in here. And yeah, I'm going to be so Canadian when I say sorry about the crappy weather. I hope she wasn't here for that deep freeze that we had a few weeks ago, what I call that polar vortex. It was awful. I can't convert to Fahrenheit, but it was like minus 20, 25 Celsius, which for me is just like, I don't mind colder temperatures, but that is disgusting. Just awful. Hey, hi, Beth. Hey. Everybody in the chat, this is Beth. She's my bestie. She's my sister's bestie. She's our sister from another mister. She's been an incredible source of support and help and love, and I'm just so grateful for her. Mike says, great, she was. Yeah, she loved the weather. Did she really, Mike? Did she love the weather when we were getting just dumped with snow and dumped? And I'm pretty sure it was the same weather pattern that hit like the northeastern states-ish. Not quite the eastern seaboard, but just like, whew. Yeah, I'm still walking. Like, they're a little milder today, but I'm still passing snowbanks that are taller than me. Okay, I'm 5'4", so I'm a hobbit. But yeah. Anyway, I I'm glad that things are going well. For those who may not know, my friend Mike, his wife Jacqueline has just they've just made their permanent roots here in Canada. Well, she has, and I felt bad because she got one heck of an introduction to Canadian winter. It was like just yikes. But no, I'm glad everything's okay. So I'm just we'll figure it for you to come about. Yeah, we'll have to get together. So folks who are watching who may not be from the area, I'm in southwestern Ontario. Belleville is gorgeous in the summer. I don't know if it would qualify as cottage country or not, but I've been up there a few times. It's beautiful, but because I'm a pedestrian and I don't drive, it's a bit of a hike. So I usually get around like 2 feet in a heartbeat, cab, go bus, I should say. I haven't taken the train for a while now. Anyway, but I'm glad things are working out. Yeah, it's a little milder here in southwestern Ontario. I mean, it's not quite start walking. Yeah, very funny. I would if I had the strength that I did 20 years ago, trust me. But yeah, here in southwestern Ontario, it's not as cold as it has been. It's getting milder. Not quite spring weather yet. I'm just looking at the temperature. Okay, so it's -1 Celsius, so it's about 30-ish Fahrenheit. So not bad. But still. But yeah, I thought I'd just come on here and sort of catch up with everybody and, poke my head in, catch up, see what I missed around here. Well, I haven't missed. I've missed my regular viewing here on YouTube, in the YouTube universe. I've been trying to keep up with everybody, but with my work placement, it's been a little hectic. As I said before, we're done the classroom portions of the program, so well, not quite. We still have our final exam in June. That's going to be on June 5th, and then we graduate in June as well. So, but the work placement has been, it's been fun. There were 22 of us students, and we all got sent to 3 different long-term care facilities. So the one that I was sent to allegedly has a rather poor reputation for being a long-term care home. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny, but I walked in and found it quite charming. I can't reveal names. Obviously, I'm rather reluctant to reveal the name of the facility, but it's nice. I mean, most of the staff have been pretty cool with us. Students coming in and getting some hands-on experience. Well, we've been getting hands-on experience through our program because we've been doing what's called the living classroom at a local hospital here. And so we've been doing things like labs to check vital signs, like blood pressure, whatnot. We've been doing like how to do bed baths, how to do personal care, that sort of thing. And it's really come in handy. So I haven't exactly walked into this work placement completely blindsided or unaware or unprepared, whatnot. I feel like I quite know what I'm doing, but it's an eye-opening experience because I'm out of my element. So, yeah, this is one of those rare days off. My next shift is this weekend. I'm actually in on Sunday. It'll be a few days next week. And each month, like for work placements, there's a specific number of hours that I need to fulfill to hold up my end of the contract anyway. And the lab time that we've done while we were still in class, like in session, those hours have been taken off our work placement hours, which really comes in handy. So we don't, we don't have to stress about that too much. which works great in my favor because maybe that means a little extra time off. I don't know. I do need to recharge sometimes. But I do have to say, working in the healthcare industry has been a little, it's got its challenges, but the rewards are going to be so worth it. What are I making? I'm making a shawl. I'm starting another shawl. The yarn itself is super fuzzy. That's the Karen Colorama Halo. It looks as poofy as it feels as poofy as it looks. So yeah, making a shawl. I just started because, I don't have enough projects on the go. So I thought I'd start something else. So it's just like a simple basic shawl. It's gonna feel pretty cozy when I'm done. Yay. Anyway, I was asking around what everybody else is making. So if anybody wants to share your creative pursuits that you've been indulging in lately, please feel free. I'm all ears. I'm gonna get nosy and ask what everybody's doing. Even the cooking and baking stuff. Like last night I made a big old crock pot of potato and corn chowder, and it was so good. It's one of my favorite comfort foods, actually. Yeah, it's a lot of starch, but it's delicious. Oh, what did I knock over? I knocked over a pen. Oh well. So yeah, I realize that with my channel being as small as it is. Oops, sorry, back here. I apologize if I'm not as engaging, but the live streams will get there. I do get quite a bit of positive feedback from my videos, for which I'm grateful. I'm sure someday I'll build up to some pretty impressive numbers. Fingers crossed. Anyway, so that. Yeah, it's just a mindless. I shouldn't say mindless. I'm trying to get myself out of the habit of saying mindless because it makes it sound like I'm not thinking about it. I want to go with mindful. So I'm doing mindful projects I'm seam ripping 2 of those pseudo-Victorian cotton robes and going to be making them lightweight chemise. Nice. Okay. Seam ripping, you say? And how much swearing is involved? I know you. I'm sure there is some colorful language that has escaped a few times. Gosh, 2 of those cotton robes. But that reminds me, we got to get together and go over plans for the chemise that I would like made. And you can probably give me you and Beth or Elizabeth can give me a sewing tutorial because I'm a little rusty on that. I desperately need to catch up on that. We don't mention the swearing. Well, sure we do. We just don't mention it here. So I try to keep this channel as potty free as possible, but I remember how much swearing you did when we were going to see Roxy Music. So don't mind me. I need to rehydrate, replenish my fluids. Hi, Mimi. Hello, Mimi. How are you? What are you working on? I want to hear all about what you're making. So that's awesome. We are planning to come to Pirates. Yeah, I just submitted the application for this year's booth at the Ontario Pirate Festival. It's a yearly festival held here in Barden Park. Oh gosh, I love Mimi. She's so friendly. Mimi, you're like one of the sweetest people in the universe. You know that, right? But yeah, the Ontario Pirate Festival. It used to. Gosh, I've only been with it for like the past 13 years, and from what I understand, like I first started volunteering when it was in Milton. Then I became a vendor. I think, wasn't it at Fort York? I think Beth, Mike, maybe you can tell me. I thought it was at Fort York, or am I thinking Casa Loma? I don't know. I don't remember. My brain doesn't go back that far. But it was in Milton at the County Heritage Museum, and then it moved to Martin Park about 8 years ago, I think. So it was quite the journey, but I've been a vendor there for over 10 years. I just put my application in So my sister and I, we're actually doing a double booth this year. So it's my sister, myself, my friend Z, who makes her own, like she knits and crochets as well. She's much better at this than I am, to be perfectly frank. She also makes her own pendulums, and she does some really cool things with jewelry. Mimi is working on her son's blanket using Red Heart Super Saver newsprint. Then newsprint, then a solid gray, then that splash of red is gonna look so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's gonna look amazing. I can't wait to see it. Okay, so it was in Toronto before Milton. So, thank you, Mimi. Thank you. How's school going? It's hectic. I was just saying we're done classes now, but we're on our work placement, and that's going to be happening for the next 3 months. Okay, so it was at Fort York. Thanks, Beth. I appreciate that for clarification. So red is Shane's favorite color. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, with the black and gray with that splash of red, it's gonna be stunning. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it when it's done. But yeah, so the next 3 months will be our work placement, which we will be graded on. The first month, which is March, this month obviously, it is what's called a preceptor-led program. So my preceptor is a lovely nurse named Megan. She kind of wanders around to observe, making sure we're doing everything properly in terms of giving like client care, make sure we're following proper procedure for personal protective equipment, because the unit that I have been assigned to, they're called neighborhoods, which gives it a much more cozy vibe, which I love. And the neighborhood that I'm working in was in lockdown because of an influenza outbreak. So we've had to wear the N95 masks, which I don't mind. I find those, actually, to be honest, I find the N95 masks a little bit better than those paper surgical masks that everybody was wearing a few years ago. Like they're fine and all, but I like having a bit of breathing room with the N95 because it comes up to here, whereas the paper mask is like right up, right? So we've been doing that. Although as of the end of my shift on Wednesday, the neighborhood that I'm working on came out of lockdown. Well, everybody except for one resident who's still testing positive and is still sick. And he's not happy about it, but what are you going to do, right? So that's for the month of March. It's, like I said, it's a preceptor-led placement in a long-term care facility to, get the hands-on experience that you need with working with clientele. I mean, we were doing that in our living classroom environment anyway, but being put in an actual professional setting with a preceptor being there, helping us along the way, answering questions, giving gentle guidance has been absolutely wonderful. So we're supposed to do, like after the preceptor placement, we're supposed to do another, like a long-term care thing, not that this isn't, but something like sort of on our own, as well as what's called a community placement. So I'm doing my community placement next month for the month of April in a hospice, a local hospice here in Guelph. Again, I'm a little reluctant to name the names of the facilities, just out of, courtesy for privacy and whatnot. But I did get accepted to that facility. They were only, the hospice I got accepted to were only taking 2 students this year. And it was myself and another classmate of mine who's amazing. I know he's going to be good at it. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate that. Yammering away here. What else is new? But my classmate, he's incredible in terms of, he takes initiative. He's compassionate. He's rather organized. And he's got such a great sense of humor. This classmate in particular, I keep telling my husband that they need to become friends, because my husband's a musician. This classmate is also a musician. They both have very eccentric musical tastes, and I think they should be friends. But that's just me. I'm kind of prejudiced that way. but I'm looking forward to my hospice placement. Hospice is very trying. Yeah, I've heard, because my proposed goal right now is I want to work in palliative care. So I want to work with palliative and end of life, because to me, people that are in palliative care and facing end of life are just as worthy and deserving of compassion and care as anyone else that's receiving medical treatment right now. And I'm not saying that they don't get it, but I don't know, I feel like that's where my heart kind of belongs, if that makes any sense. I understand it is going to be a bit trying, but it's, I don't know, it feels like I should, like, this is something I should be doing. It was interesting because last weekend I was helping a friend with her booth at a local psychic expo, and a lot of people that I was, talking with, and, like, buying some crystals and trinkets and stuff, and we were talking about, like, shifting awareness and goals and opening ourselves up to the higher good, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people would kind of take me aside and be like, yeah, this is something you're meant to do. Like, this is what you were meant to do. You know that, right? Why did it take you so long? Because I had to get into it sooner, but, breast cancer showed up and tried to pick a fight with me and lost. And I had my reasons. Anyway, so that's happening. And then to bring this all around full circle, so hospice will be in April, and they're 11-hour shifts actually. So it's going to be a long slog, but the work is going to mean something, which I'm looking forward to so much. I didn't get that out of manufacturing, but I'm certainly going to get it out of this. And then in May, I go back to the hospital where we were taking our classes, so I can do my other placement there. So yay for me. Gosh, I didn't realize how unruly my hair looked today. That's why I'm wearing the hat. It's like, it's glorified bedhead. Still, the hair's still curly. I'm not going to take it off to show anybody, but whew, it's just like poof. But yeah, so there's that. And it's been busy, but at least now that I'm not working anymore, like I'm just doing straight school stuff, it's been, how can I say, it's been financially challenging, but I feel so much more relaxed. This is something that feels a little more balanced. Like, I used to be able to just go and have, like, 4 or 5 different part-time jobs on the go all at once, but I can't do that anymore. I just don't have that energy. So, yeah, saying goodbye to my job, it was, it was an eventuality, let's put it that way, but I didn't, oh gosh, did I mention to some of you folks that I rage quit my job? It was one of those things. Hey, Kim! Hi, Kim! Good to see you. Hello! Come on in, make yourself comfy. Kim, I was asking earlier what everybody's working on. Mimi's working on a blankie for her, listen to me. Mimi's working on a blanket for her son, and it sounds like it's going to be gorgeous. The Crafty Gypsy. Yay, another Crafty. Hello. Hi, Crafty Gypsy. How are you? What are you working on? I want to hear all about it. I'm going to be nosy and ask people what your folks are working on. Good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks so much for coming. I really appreciate this. It doesn't feel like I'm just talking into the void. The void is talking back. I'm so glad that everybody's here. This is wonderful. Thank you. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So I rage quit my job. I've been in the manufacturing industry for, I'd say, the better part of 25 years. And of course I had to leave the job that I was currently holding down so I could do my work placement, because with the work placement, they want you on call 24/7 just in case of emergencies or filling different shifts, whatever. Some of the work placements do have rotating shifts where they go from days, afternoons, etc. Mine is just straight days, thank heavens. And then the April placement will be straight days as well. I think May I'll be flipping around, but so here's what happened. I've been with my previous company for 19 years. Would have been 20 this September, but things happen. And I said I would like to take a layoff. Now, the manufacturing industry around Christmas usually gets really slow, right? Like, I think Honda or Toyota went on like Christmas vacation in November. Kim had to leave her job a while ago. I do miss the interaction with people, but my health wouldn't hold up much. Oh my gosh, Kim, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, I hear you on that. Like, some of the people made it worth showing up, but just, yeah, I don't know what you were doing, but like working factory, like just busting your body for, like I say, busting your body to make other people rich. Just, yeah. A shawl for sister-in-law, beautiful. Oh, Crafty Gypsy's making a shawl for her sister-in-law, beautiful fall colors. Burnt orange, golden yellow, green, and a gray. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh. I think in my older years, I've really come to appreciate orange, like burnt sienna, that sort of thing. So I've got some orange yarn I got to do some stuff with. Sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see it. So starting around like November, December, it starts to slow down on the manufacturing industry. And going into January, I think there were some layoffs even back in December. Yeah, Merry Christmas. So we had layoff after layoff after layoff right up until like end of January, beginning of February. So about middle of February, around the second week of February, I talked to my human resources director to see if I could get a layoff, just go on the voluntary layoff thingy. At first, she said, "Oh, no problem. We can do that. We'll take care of that. Blah blah. We'll just get you to fill out paperwork. Fine." 2 days later, she comes to me and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. We can't put you on a layoff because it would be for a limited time, and we need to, hold on to the people that we have here." And I said, "Well, I'm only asking for 3 months." I didn't tell them why I wanted the layoff. Because in manufacturing, and Kim, I'm pretty sure you can sympathize with manufacturing, the minute you say you want to get out of it and do something else with your life that's more beneficial to you, it's very much like the crap bucket mentality where, you're trying to escape and do something wonderful and everybody underneath is going, "What are you doing? Get out of there. Get back down here and be miserable with the rest of us." So I wanted to avoid that like the plague and just kept it quiet. So I didn't tell them why. I just said, I need to get my stuff in gear and take care of a few things of my own that were personal and private. Didn't tell them what. So maybe that was on me, but whatever. So I was only asking for 3 months to be laid off. And I was told, well, no, we can't do that because it's for a limited time. I was only asking for 3 months, but apparently that wasn't possible. So I said, well, according to, Canadian law, federal law in Canada, I'm entitled to 28 weeks of employment insurance payments, which isn't a real far-fetched thing to do. Yeah, well, we can't do that. So you want to take the layoff so you can at least get EI. Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, well, we can't do that. Okay. Oh, I'll talk to blah, blah. Excuse me. I'll come back to you in a couple days. A couple days go by. She comes back to me with a little folder with lots of flyers and pamphlets and things and said, well, what we can do is we can put you into early retirement. I'm only 54. I don't plan on retiring anytime soon, mostly because I can't afford it. And I said, why? Oh, so then you can collect your Manulife insurance. I said, okay, fair, but won't that interfere with my Canadian pension plan payments when those come out when I do retire? The human resources director actually had the nerve to look me in the eye and say, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure. But here's a number for someone at Manulife that you can call and ask yourself. I'm sorry, why am I doing your job for you again? The whole thing smelled super fishy, right? It sounded a little suspicious. So I said, well, I don't want to do that because I think it's going to, cause some problems for me down the road, which it will. If I did collect Manulife insurance, then, it would have definitely interfered with my long-term pension. It was fishy, Mimi. It definitely was. The fact I get a lot of, I don't know, but here you can call them and ask them yourself. Yeah. So I talked to a couple of people that have had to go through this BS before, and they said, yes, it would interfere with you would be totally screwed over. So I went back and I mentioned, I still want the layoff because I don't see what the problem is here, and was told flat out, well, no, you can't do that. We can't give you the layoff. So either you go into early retirement, but then we can leave the door open for you to come back at a later time. It's not retirement. She said, well, you can either do that or you can just quit. Those are my only two options. So this was on a Thursday. This was on Thursday, February the 13th, day before Valentine's Day, go figure. I was so peed off. Trying not to swear. I was so upset. I just ripped out a page from my notebook, hastily scribbled a note that basically said, I'm writing this as my notice of resignation, or as my notice of resignation, effective immediately. Because she also, my HR director also mentioned, well, we're not hiring anybody else right now for the floor, blah, blah, blah. And yet I kept seeing a lot of corporate folks coming through, so I don't know what's going on, but so I wrote in my note, since you have mentioned we're not hiring anybody else right now, I didn't feel the need to give you the perfunctory 2 weeks notice. Shoved it under a door and walked off into the sunset. Well, stomped off more like, because I was so mad. I was truly bullied into a corner, and I was not impressed at all. I had been with this place for 19 years. I apologize in advance. Yes, I'm ranting. I'm sorry. I'd been with this company for 19 years. I returned to work earlier than I intended from my sick leave. I was still getting immunotherapy treatments for breast cancer, which, I was pretty much in the clear anyway, but I was still going through treatments that just wiped me out. And, I was trying to rack up overtime and whatnot. Obviously, I wasn't when I was, doing the school program because I just didn't have time. But after all this, just to come to find out that, I am nothing more than just another number, it was really disheartening. I was upset. I was kind of sad, but I wasn't surprised. So I wasn't, I apologize. I truly don't mean to, I don't mean to rant, but God, it was such a disheartening experience. I would love to name and shame, but the place I used to work at would probably kick up a fuss with me for telling the truth. So, now I understand experiences like that happen a lot of other places. I get it, but it further solidified my decision that leaving is the best thing I could do for myself. So, just not happy. No apologies, Nia. That's so sad. Yeah, exactly, Mimi. I just was not impressed. Please tell me. Yeah, I know. It's something. I don't see myself as walking away from something as much as I'm walking towards something else. Yes, thank you for the reminder, Crafty Gypsy. Do not forget thumbs up. Thumbs up, folks. If you're coming in, please leave thumbs up. Give me your thummies. Anyway. So I'm not saying that manufacturing in general is a toxic environment, and I would never say that because, maybe it's the place that I worked at that, I'd known about it for a while anyway. Like my first 5 years working there, I was laid off 5 times. So, I don't know. I'm just not cut out for it anymore. Thank you, Mimi. 2 thumbs up, girl. Thank you. Much appreciated. But I remembered something that my mom said, and this was after she had just come out of her battle with cancer. She said, if you still have a breath left in your body, it's not too late to take a chance and do something different with your life and, try something else. And I'm really clinging to that because it's true. Look at my mom. She whooped cancer's butt. She's living I'm going to say somewhat comfortably. She has COPD, the poor thing. But she putters around and cooks and bakes and does things like, even to this day, I'll go over to visit my mom and she'll be like, oh, I made such and such. Would you like some food? And just like, yes, please. Very nurturing. I really want to try and carry that forward. Sounds like you needed a good vent today to relieve your brain's pressure. Thank you, Kim. Yes, that's a good way of putting it, actually. Just the whistling kettle. Anyway, but yeah, it's never too late to make a change, right? I knew I was going to make some sacrifices along the way doing this career change, but I've been wanting to do something that had more meaning anyway, like that was more fulfilling. And I know that sounds so like cushy first world problems, but it's true. As I said before, I'm grateful for the job I had. I'm grateful for the opportunities to, earn some decent money, at least while it lasted. I'm grateful for having different job experiences, but there was no room for, advancement. It just, Would I do it again? Probably not. I mean, I'm also 54 years old. I don't have the physical tolerance to do factory work as much as I used to. Like, I would come home every day, my back would just be screaming in agony. I would always try to use good body mechanics as much as I could, keep with the ergonomics as best as I could, but it's something that really harms you physically, like slowly. And plus the money's not where it used to be. I mean, ever since 2008, when everything went belly up, it was just did not. But yeah, it's never too late to do something new and do something fun, or especially doing something fun, especially nowadays. Good Lord. Try something new, try something different. Who was it? It was Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue who even said, if you're not happy with your job, find a new or better one. If you're not happy with the circumstances in your life, change them. Now, mind you, he's filthy rich and can do whatever he wants at the drop of a hat. I get it. But, he was right. I'm taking a big gamble for this. Financially, things are going to be pretty tough for the next few months, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be the famine before the feast, I guess. Anyway. So yeah, that's where things have been with me. That's another reason why I wanted to do this little live stream, other than to check in and say hey to everybody in real time and see what everybody's up to. But just let you know what's been happening behind the scenes here and how much fun it's been. It has been fun. It's been stressful, but it's a good stressful. So I've also been really working my butt off because I want to graduate this program with honors. Now I think there's 3 different levels. Like, you graduate in my program, a 70%. 70% is a passing grade. So you can graduate like with the passing grade. You can graduate with honors, which is a percentage from 80 to 89. And then there's a graduate with high honors, which is 90 to 99. And I believe I'm either at 90 or 91. I'm not sure, but I'm hoping beyond hope that I graduate. I mean, I'm going to be graduating with honors for sure, but high honors would be really nice. This was kind of a proving ground to myself. I wanted to prove, I had something to prove to myself that I could do this. So far, so good. Stressful, yes, but benefits outweigh the troubles. Oh, thank you, Mimi. Yeah, my curly hair. I'm not going to take off my hat because it is an absolute disaster. Like, when I woke up this morning, my hair was just like, wee, and it is so super curly. My mom will insist that my hair was curly when I was younger. I remember my sister had ringlets. She was bald for the first year of her life. Like, up until she was 12 months old, she had no hair. And then when my sister's hair did start growing, it was platinum blonde and in perfect ringlets. And it was gorgeous. Made me sick. I'm joking. I don't remember my hair being curly. It always had a wave to it, but I always wore my hair long. So that's probably why. But thank you. Yeah, it's super curly. And plus with the effect of chemo curls too, right? Because chemo curls are a thing. There's a 50-50 chance of the curls going away, but my last treatment was in May of 2024. Well, my last immunotherapy treatment was in May of last year, and it's still very, very active and fun. Just little things everywhere. Oh my God. Anyway, but thank you. No, it's and also I just like, how do I deal with it? What hair care products do I use? Do I sleep with like a silk pillowcase? Do I use one of those bonnets? Like I don't know what to do. How do I deal with curly hair? Love it. So I thought it would be a nice, this would be a nice break as well. I meant to come in the last 2 Fridays. So last Friday I was at a psychic expo here in Guelph, helping my friend with her booth. She did pretty decently with sales, like, because she sells what do we call them? Pendulums, brain, oh my God, like divination tools, some jewelry pieces, whatnot. And then the week before, what was I doing the week before? I can't remember, but yeah, I had to postpone it twice, so my apologies for doing that. I thought I'd come in today. Just wet fingers through it. You were done. I was told to use something called argan oil or Moroccan oil and just put like a dime size drop into my hands, kind of rub it together, and I was bald as a bowling ball until about 2 years old. Oh gosh, crafty gypsy. You and my sister were in the same boat. I was bald as a bowling ball 2 years ago. And let me tell you something. Chemo is great for like not having to shave your, legs or hair, not having to worry about hair care products. I'm sorry, that's terrible. I apologize. That was really, no, I can joke about that because I was looking at the time like, I don't have to buy hair care products or razors for like a year. It was great. But I bet you when your hair did come in crafty, your hair was probably like just gorgeous ringlety too, right? Same as my sister's. Like hers, I swear, hers was like platinum blonde. Not the Canadian band, but like the hair, just stunning. And natural ringlets. And just, yeah. I was bald till I was 3. Mom put package post. You mean with the adhesive backing? Oh my God. That's hilarious. Guy, gypsy, Mom had my hair cut in a pixie cut. Oh. See, if I had the face for a pixie cut and didn't have this underneath, I would totally do a pixie cut. But I'm a child of the 70s, and I used to get the Dorothy Hamill bowl cut. If you know what I'm talking about, we need to be friends if we aren't already. Those who don't know who Dorothy Hamill is, she was a very famous Olympic ice skater in the 70s, and she had a move called the Hamill Camel, and her hair was cut into like the perfect bowl cut. A lot of people thought that she was related to Mark Hamill, who was in Star Wars, but yeah, that was my experience. So just sometimes put a little leave-in conditioner, then add a tiny bit of alcohol. Okay. I think I have some. I did use a leave-in conditioner when my hair was longer, so I did do that. I do like when I'm in the shower, like I'll put in conditioner, but I leave it in a little extra while I'm soaping up. So also to help condition it, because nobody warned me that with curly hair it gets a lot more coarse. But okay, no, thanks for the tip, Kim. I appreciate that. Alcohol free. Okay, Mimi, yeah. Okay, so Mimi, you know who I'm talking about then? Good. Thank you, fellow Gen Xers out there. Thank you. I have 3 brothers, so my mom had to put elastic headband bows on some one of the boys. Oh, poor crafty gypsy. Oh my goodness. A lot of brothers out there. It's just me and my sister. There were no boys born. My mom didn't have any boys, just us 2 girls. We were enough, apparently. Although I do have brothers that I adopted along the way, like Mike that you saw earlier in the chat, and a few friends. So yeah, I've got chosen family that I've met along the way. I hate it when we got pixie cuts. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. I would love to. I've seen some really cute pixie cuts now that are like textured and just look so freaking gorgeous. I can't do it right now because my hair's got a little bit of extra body that I wasn't planning on. But I've seen some cute ones. But yeah, you know what? I think mums did that back in the day, so they wouldn't have to deal with as much brushing out. I'm convinced of this anyway. So, Amy says, Kim, did our moms know each other? I swear it's a generational thing. It really is. Like it's got to be a Gen X thing. I swear. My mom didn't give me pixie cuts when I was growing up, but she did give me the Tony home perms. Again, if anybody knows about that, I swear just the whiff of the chemicals from that stuff probably gave me some brain damage along the way. I did, and it was funny because my mom, because I was like, I want curly hair. Never mind the fact that I probably could have just grown it on my own. So, because my mom used to give the home perms to her mom, and she would do it in our kitchen at the kitchen table with all the towels and the bowls of chemicals and curlers and stuff. She did it to me too, and she always did like the super. She didn't do like the nice light gentle wave. She would do like the super tight curls, so it would grow out on its own. Oh Lord, the amounts of chemical damage. Like the ends of my hair were dry and damaged. It was about like that long. You could have just grabbed it and snapped it off. Cool, because I knew nothing about leave-in conditioners at the time. Mom loaned girl. So at the end of grade 3, I looked like little orphan Annie. Ooh. I also used to bleach my hair when I was in high school. So bleaching my hair, getting the Tony home perms. If anybody knows who the 80s band the Thompson Twins are, I used to look like the female with the super curly hair that would look almost like a mohawk. And I even did like the undercut on both sides. Well, it wasn't a true mohawk, but I looked like I should have been in the Thompson Twins, which is cool. I think she's cool. So, little orphan Annie. Oh my gosh, we're all showing our age here, aren't we? Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love this. I am loving this so far. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm not used to having hair, to be honest. It's kind of funny. I'm just kind of working with it as we go. Kind of like this project. Did I yarn over it? Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'm just doing the basic, like this is just a basic knit shawl. I was gonna try and do some sort of cool stitch pattern with it, but because of the fuzzy halo of the yarn, I think the stitch pattern would have gotten lost in the like in the yarn, if that makes any sense. So sorry, I'm just gonna do something here. I just realized now, like this is the StreamYard software is so good it's so user friendly. I love it. So I'm just gonna add the banner here. Mike, you dyed your beard dark red? Okay. I haven't been on, well, I try to get on the Book of Faces once in a while when I can. I'll have to check that out. Did I just lose a needle? No, I didn't. Okay. This side of the camera is bloody awful. Hey, Tori. Hi, Tori. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you so much for jumping in. Glad to see you, honey. I'm sorry I haven't been in much contact lately because life has been insane. Okay, I thought you just did it recently, Mike. I'm sorry. Like I told you, my brain is not cooperating today. So you were doing like the Dimebag Daryl tribute then? If so, that's freaking awesome. Oh, Beth said earlier that her best friend called her a poodle. I received a uni-perm at JCPenney hair salon years ago. Guy left it on top too long when oh, no, that's so terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Mimi, this is Tori. Tori, this is Mimi. I think you two should be friends. You're both generous and sweet and wonderful and such great sources of positive energy. And yeah, Mimi, if you haven't done so already, please go subscribe to Holly's Crochet Creations. She's got a ton of tutorials up. She's been working through different tutorials from Bangladesh Crochet and having quite a lot of success with it. Very, very bad. Yeah, you two should be friends. That's all I'm saying. I actually had this moment last weekend at the Psychic Expo. I was helping my friend Z in her booth, and another friend of mine came up, and I'm like, these two should have met a while ago because they're both of Jewish descent. They're both looking through like how to make connections with like-minded communities, and they're both creative. They both make really cool jewelry pieces and both very creative. I'm like, why haven't you two met yet? This is blowing my mind. Anyway, so yeah, Mimi, this is Tori. Tori, this is Mimi. Now that you two have met, yay, we're all friends now. Anyway, oh, I got a few people. Okay, check in. We've been here for about an hour. Has everybody left thumbs up when coming in? Has everybody been leaving their thummies? Even if you don't say anything, you're just kind of hovering in the background, please leave a thumbie. I appreciate all thummies. Please and thank you. I have to switch over to circular soon. Ugh. Coming along nicely. I am sweating. I would open the window, but the sun is coming right into this, as you can tell. Like, I just put my hand up and just woof. I don't want anybody to be blinded. Anyway, I've been off work since last Monday sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Still haven't broken with my husband. Oh, my husband caught it first. Oh, boo. Oof. I am sorry. I've been trying to dodge whatever's been floating around. Oh my gosh. So here in Guelph, there have been high numbers of norovirus in the South End, especially with the university. It's all in the student housing. So of course it's like, it's all like, you get large groups of people in close quarters. Things are gonna happen. I have been avoiding it like the plague. I have been washing my hands religiously. And so far, so good. Flu hit our home. Ugh, 3 of us were sick. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm guessing 3 of you with 1 bathroom. Yeah, I've been trying to. I've been so stressed out that I haven't been taking care of myself very well. And last night my stomach was just like, ugh. But I figured it was just more stress than anything. That's why my stomach was a little. Does Canada have the right to die? So a few years ago, our Prime Minister did sign in effect something called MAID, was called Medical Assistance in Dying. So it has, I'm not quite sure how I can put it, if it has federal protection, but he did sign it saying that it is allowed, which I don't know too many details about it. I do know that someone I used to know from the community theater circuit opted for that when she was battling, I can't remember if it was Parkinson's or cancer, but she signed up for the MAID service and passed peacefully in her home. If that answers any questions, Mimi, I'm sorry, I don't have more details about that, but I do know that our Prime Minister did sign it into effect a few years ago. Whether it is legal or federally protected, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. I'll have to look that up at some point, but yeah, technically yes. So more lung-related. Son is still coughing. Oh, the influenza bug. Yeesh. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Yeah, we my husband and I caught COVID last September, and it just, you want to talk about painful lungs? Whew. I hope your son kicks it to the curb. Just poor thing. Yeah, there's like I said, the neighborhood that I've been working in for my work placement this month was on lockdown because of influenza, like respiratory outbreak. So going in, doing the N95 masks, donning and doffing the PPE, the personal protective. So like, doing the paper gowns, the visors, the whole 9 yards. Like we would wear the N95s throughout the unit anyway, but and then of course wear gloves for stuff. But yeah, that's been fun. Although it is lifted for everybody except for one resident, the poor thing. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him. This affects the lungs. I'm supposed to get away. Oh, Tori. Oh, girl. Whew. You know something, Tori? Like I've been back to work for my sick leave. Well, I went back to work my sick leave, but I still masked up. I still caught COVID somehow, but it wasn't as bad for me. Like my husband got it bad. Like he was plastered to the couch. He was out. I felt pretty crappy for the first, I'd say 2-3 days. And then I was just dancing around the kitchen, trying to get myself motivated. I made a big pot of vegetable soup. I was like, I'm going to drown this. This is the last thing I do. So yeah, Tori, I would recommend even like just, maybe masking up at work if that's something you do. If not, that's cool too. I respect choices, Just don't give me a hard time for mine, okay? Sometimes I mask up because, I don't know, I got a big flaming zit on my chin. That's why I kind of tease people about it. It's like, mask or no mask, I prefer it because my immune system got put through the ringer 2 years ago. That's just me. That's just what I do for my own protection. And plus, if I got like an acne breakout, it's great for hiding it. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, Tori, I wish you luck. I hope everything goes smoothly, or as smooth as humanly possible. Take care of yourself. Where am I? I'm over here now. Wait, am I over? Okay. I'm getting confused. I'm on oxygen 24/7 COPD. Oh, you mask up? Yeah. So Mimi, my mom has COPD as well. She's not on oxygen. She thinks she may have to start getting oxygen. And because she's retired, I think the government does help with that, or again, I don't know. Canadian government, I don't know if it's a provincial or federal thing, but I think my mom will have to go on it. I think my mom's on 2 different puffers, I think. And if the weather is too cold, like icy cold, like where you can feel it in your lungs, or if it's too humid, my mom can't even leave the apartment. But because my sister lives with my mom, she'll be like, oh, I'll send your sister out to get groceries or do whatever. Oh, gosh. No, I mask up sometimes, like especially if it's like cold or flu season. I do it just for my own personal protection. Plus, like, what if I'm carrying something and I don't know about it, right? I don't want to give it to somebody that might not be able to fight it off. So it's just personal choice, personal preference, right? But yeah, no, I get it. But I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. So COPD does not sound like fun at all. And I'm sorry to hear that you have to deal with it too. Last 3 years, I've had COVID 4 times, 3 lung infections, shingles, 2 bunion surgeries. Oh no. Oh my gosh, you poor thing. Oof. Yeah, I'm fortunate I only caught COVID twice. I can laugh at it now because the first time I brought it home and it was right after the Pirate Festival. I don't think I got it from the Pirate Festival because they say you carry symptoms for like 3 to 5 days before you start feeling sick. So I'm pretty sure it was right before then. My husband joked about like, hey, remember when I said bring home something from the Pirate Festival? I didn't mean the plague. So the last time we had COVID, he brought it home. And the only reason I thought about that was because, this was towards the end of August of last year. And we were sitting having lunch, and he looked a little pale, was kind of sweaty, and was like, "Why is it so hot in here? Did they shut?" Like, we were in a room that did have air conditioning, and he said, "Did they shut off the air conditioning?" And I said, I don't know. And then I realized, oh shoot, you're starting to, do you feel feverish? And then I said, maybe you should take one of those rapid tests, like the rapid antigen tests, to give him the all clear and make sure that he's fine. So he took the test and it came back positive. I was like, oh, yeesh. So I took a test, like a rapid test, and I tested negative. I was fine. In fact, I tested negative 2 days in a row after my husband tested positive. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, I'm fine. I'm not going to get this at all. Maybe I'm going to escape this. This is going to be great. Nope. Hubris bit me in the bum. I got it like 3 days after he tested positive. I took it. I was like, crap. Boo. Your shingles was misdiagnosed for about a month. Oh my God. How do you misdiagnose shingles? Sorry, I'm outraged on your behalf, Tori. Don't get me wrong. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling with you. But seriously? How? Oh my gosh. Okay, so part of my program, we learned about like different diseases, common diseases, infection prevention, etc. And I knew what shingles was, but I didn't know the effects that it would have on the body. And I remember when I was starting like my cancer treatments, I was told to get my my shot for shingles, the Shingrix or whatever. Now, for those of you who don't live in Canada but are jealous of our free healthcare, some things are free, but it's all like it's through tax dollars. Right? Like our taxes go towards healthcare. I was supposed to get my shot, like my Shingrix, whatever, to prevent shingles. It was $300 it was $200 out of pocket, 200 Canadian dollars out of pocket, which I didn't have at the time. And I thought was a little expensive. Or was it 300? I can't even remember, but it was up there. Yeah, I was not impressed. So I had to cancel that. I'm very lucky I haven't gotten shingles, knock on wood. But yeah, it's not everything is free in Canada. Just spoiler alert. They thought you had carpal tunnel. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a PSW, so I have not limited knowledge with things. There's a big difference between nerve pain and your wrist. Well, okay, I guess shingles does have some residual nerve pain. I don't know. I don't know enough about this, but because I'm not a physician, obviously. Oh my God, you poor thing. Please tell me you didn't have to get the surgery where you had to have your nerve endings cauterized. My sister had that surgery a couple years ago. I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. Yeah, free healthcare is definitely not free. No, it's not. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not surprised that that sucks. I'm really sorry. Oops. I don't know what I'm doing here. There we go. Nerve. There we go. I'm adding a banner. I will get more things ironed out as I go. But yeah, certain basic things are covered, but I think it was several years back, there were things that were covered, like eye exams and whatnot. Now we have to pay $95 out of pocket Canadian funds just to get our eyes examined, which, it's an added expense that we're lucky if we can afford it, I know it doesn't sound like much, but in the long run, it can add up. Not even in the same ballpark. Right? Right, Kim? Exactly. I don't exactly know what shingles is. I know that it's a side effect of getting chickenpox, and your immune system can kick the door open for that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to deal with that. But I'm glad that, you're going back to work, Tori. Things are going to be back to a normal schedule. 115 for an eye exam in Alberta. It was 95 here in Ontario. I think it might still be. It's been too long since I've had an eye exam. I desperately need a new pair of glasses, like you would not believe. Shingles is brought on from stroke. Yeah, like I don't know, going through cancer. Oh gosh, and with Tori, you poor thing. You shared some of your struggles, and I can see how that would be a pain. Oh my god, you poor thing. Well, I'm so sorry I had to deal with that. I figured it would be a stress thing, but from what I understand, it's like, if you had chicken pox as a kid, which I did when I was 16, it can be a result of that. So I'm not going to say I'm just a PSW. I know nothing. The program that I was in leaned really heavily on like anatomy and physiology, communicable diseases, infection prevention and control. Well, infection prevention and control is pretty much standard in any level of medical care, but for PSWs, I didn't think we needed to know so much about anatomy and physiology. Communicable diseases, absolutely, but I know more about the human body than I did like a year ago. It's gotten to the point where I can watch like Grey's Anatomy and they bring up certain medical terms and I know what it is. I just started watching Grey's Anatomy a couple months ago. It's so funny because I hear my friends talking about Grey's Anatomy all the time, like, oh, you gotta watch this. And I kept hearing the name McDreamy. I'm like, what the heck is a McDreamy? Now I know, for the record, I think McDreamy is an idiot. That's just my personal opinion. I can't stand Meredith. But just the other day I was watching an episode where somebody was diagnosed with what they called decubitus ulcers. And I was like, bed sores! Those are bed sores! I know what that is! That information stuck! I feel smart! Anyway, does anybody else out here watch Grey's Anatomy? Do you know what I'm babbling about? Yeah, I'm not Team McDreamy at all. No, thank you. And I'm not Team McSteamy either. It's like, I started watching Grey's Anatomy and I remember saying to my husband, it's like Sex in the City, but it's in a hospital. So, but it's a very good show. I'm absolutely hooked. I'm almost done season 3. I've just been binging like crazy. I'd be studying for a test, I'd be cramming, I'd be doing my homework, and I'd go watch Grey's Anatomy to unwind. Well, I'd be watching Grey's Anatomy and working on something, so this has actually gotten quite a bit of traction. I've been working on this for an hour, and I got quite a bit done already. Anybody else out there working on stuff while I'm babbling and interacting with you folks? Is anybody working on? I mean, Mimi said she was working on her blanket, so wondering what's everybody's like. Tori, are you working on something while you're watching this? Are you playing with yarn? Kim, are you playing with yarn? Anybody else playing with yarn? Just out of curiosity. Bloody cat here. There we go. Yeah, this is a lot of fun to play with, so I really like this. Did I do the thing? Yeah, okay. I just got to keep an eye on this because it's just like basic knit back and forth yarn overs at the beginning and end of each row, and then just knit back, and before and after the center stitch, and then away you go from there. Whoever gets this is going to be wrapped in snuggliness, that's for darn sure. I don't mind this either. I'm using a 6mm knitting needle for the Colorama Halo. And it's got a decent drape. I'm wondering if I should have gone to 6.5. Nah, this is fine. This is fine. Mike wants to start working on granny squares again. Dude, if you don't know already, I can teach you. Unless your wife can teach you. I used to work with a couple of girls, and they learned how to knit and crochet before they could even walk practically. So I'm wondering if your wife is in the same boat where they learn how to like do fun things with yarn. Kim says nothing right now. Pattern is undivided. Oh, right. I see. You have to pick one or the other. Well, thank you for picking me. I appreciate it. It's very kind. I'm very grateful. I truly am. Everybody who's here right now, I thank you so much for joining. I'm grateful to see everybody here. I'm thankful. So wonderful. Mom taught you many years ago. It's, you know what? My husband said the same thing. His grandmother taught him when he was, I think, 6. So he knows how, but he plays with different strings now. But I seriously think that there are some guys out there that would, play with yarn better than me, because of the attention to detail, maybe? I'm not sure. Hi, Margaret. Good to see you. I am making a prayer shawl, 2nd year cancer-free. Yes! High five. High five, girl. Thank you. So that's awesome. Congratulations. Good for you. I will be in remission for 1 year in May, so that's 10 months. Good for you, Margaret. Congratulations. And what yarn are you using for your prayer shawl? Knit, crochet. How big is it? What color? I want all the details. I'm sorry, I'm being specific, but yes, congratulations. That is so wonderful. Tori is working on a new skirt for Bella. Aww. Just finished a shawl, a lovely poncho for a teddy bear. Yes. And a couple other things I can't. I know what you mean. I still have the teddy bear with the poncho that you made for me and sent to me. Folks who are here, go back into my channel and check out. I can't do it here because I don't know how, but Tori sent me a big old Happy Mail box, including a stuffed teddy bear with a poncho, and it was one of my companions while I was going through treatment. So, and it was just so gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That and the prayer shawl. The prayer shawl, oh my gosh, I would go get it, but it's kind of taken up permanent residence on my bed because it's great to come, cuddle up with. But yeah, I've been making. I've kind of been making a prayer shawl-ish. I used to make prayer shawls all the time, and I would just give them away to coworkers that, like in case somebody lost a family member or a loved one. I remember the first year I did it, I made and gave away like 12 of them. So, but that's good. No, I'm with you, Tori, on things that I don't remember. I don't know how many projects I've got on the go. I've genuinely lost count or lost track. Yes, no, I'm glad that everybody's congratulating Margaret on being 2 years cancer-free. That is so good. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, it'll be 1 year for me in May, so yay. I love success stories. And beating cancer was something that I didn't think I would have in common with my, it's a family tradition I didn't think I would sign up for, but here we are. Yeah, my mom's been in remission for 11 years now. So, yeah, miracles happen. I think, anyway. Yarn is homespun by Lion Brand. Yes. Oh, I love homespun. Homespun is such a great yarn to use for prayer shawls. I've tried the homespun thick and quick and just wasn't fond of it, but the regular homespun, I think the recommended knitting needle is either a 6 or a 6.5, and I use an 8 because I like it big and plush and poofy, and it's gorge, just gorge. I have to go for appointment. Aw, bye, Mimi. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Hope everything goes well at your appointment. I keep finding things from when I first started crocheting. Me both. It was good to see you, Mimi. Thank you for coming. I hope your appointment goes well. Yeah, homespun is like one of my favorite yarns to use for prayer shawls. Like I said, I use like an 8mm needle just because it feels like it gives a bit more breathability to the fabric. I mean, it makes a very comfy fabric anyway, but I like going up in needle size. I think a lot of people I know that have made prayer shawls said that, yeah, instead of like 6 or 6.5 needle, I use like an 8. So I've done the same thing. I love using the shade. It's called Edwardian, and it's like a steel gray, like almost a silver gray, not sterling silver, like a steel. And it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Not quite charcoal, but, and there's another one called Tudor, which is like a cream base, but it's got like different pastel colors kind of thrown throughout. It makes a real pretty shawl. That's awesome though. And I'm doing, the one prayer shawl I'm just finishing up. It's like your standard cast on like an uneven number of stitches by 3. So I think I cast on like 57 and then do like knit 3, purl 3, knit, and the last 3 stitches are knit 3, but then you flip it over and do the same thing. So, and it's making a pretty blankie. I don't have it here. It's in my other room, well, in the bedroom, but I thought I'd do this because, work through stash, build up stock, and I wanted to see how this did up too. So, let me just hold up here. So yeah, this is what I've done since the stream started about an hour and 15 minutes ago. So, there we go. So it's just your basic knit, garter stitch, back and forth, back and forth. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. That is the, get over there. Stay, don't fall, please don't fall. So that's the Karen Colorama Halo I got as part of my advent calendar from Cambridge Fiber Arts. And this is in the colorway Orchid Frost. So I asked before, because I'm going to put both of these in a big old comfy shawl, and I asked if I should start with the dark shade or the light shade. So I'm starting with the dark, moving to the light, and then I'm going to attach this. So I'm going to attach the light colors together, and then at the end of the shawl, it's going to go back to dark. So it's going to be sort of like an ombre effect. So beautiful. Love the color. Thank you. I'm not a pink girly girl at all, but just this, when I opened it up, I was just like, whoa, this is so pretty. I've never been so excited to receive pink yarn before. Okay, don't fall. Sorry, just avalanche of yarn happening on the other side of the thing here. My husband's got his desk like right next to mine, so he's got like mixing board and his laptop and a bunch of stuff hooked up there because he wants to do his own home studios. So I'm afraid he's gonna come in and just see like this mountain of yarn. Oh gosh, it is over there? No, we're good. Don't mind the siren. There's emergency vehicles in this neighborhood like constantly. Unfortunately, it's just, somebody pulls the fire alarm for one of the buildings across the road. Like I live across the road from 3 apartment buildings next to each other, and I don't know if the fire alarms are real or whatnot, but it's one of those daily occurrences, unfortunately. But anyway, so yeah, if anybody heard a siren going off in the background, my apologies. I tried to cushion the noise as much as I could. So, yeah, not sure when I'm going to have this finished, but, okay, sorry, I had my, I've got my phone with me here as well. I hate to be one of those people that like stares at my phone while I'm, while I'm talking to friends. So I just noticed I got a message. I thought it was from my husband, because he'll usually ask about this time, like, what do you want to do for dinner? And I don't know. Food's good. Okay. It was not, in fact, from my husband. Anyway, okay. Doing some knitting. Okay. So I'm glad. Again, I'm so grateful for folks that, that are here and just hanging out with me this afternoon. I'm very, very grateful. Margaret is in Marquette. Now, is that Michigan? My apologies for my geographical ignorance, but I'm assuming that's Michigan. With 20 inches of snow on the ground, good time. Yes, that was us last week here in southwestern Ontario. Yeah, last week or week before, we got dumped with so much snow. Oh my gosh. And it seemed like just as soon as the snowstorm was done, 2 days later, another one would show up, and it was just like nonstop. It was awful. Just absolutely insane. But yeah, it is a good time. Like, it was days that I would be still going to work. Like, why do I have to leave my apartment with all the snow on the ground? I just want to stay home and play with yarn and make cozy things and drink my weight in tea. I love you, kitties. Thank you. Oh, the picture from the live stream. Yeah. So those are the accidental offspring of a kitty that we adopted last July. She wasn't quite a year old. She was technically a rescue, but she was not fixed, obviously, and unfortunately consorted with a male furball, and she wound up having 3 orange kittens. Now, here's the fun part, Tori. You're going to love this. I have been wanting an orange cat for a while because I love orange cats. I love the fact that all the orange kitties in the universe run on one shared brain cell, which is true. It's adorable. And I've always wanted one, but my husband's like, no, we can't, because we've got cats that are senior citizens. They probably couldn't handle anybody younger, but this one, I'll have to put the picture up of the cat that we rescued. I'll have to put a picture of her sometime. She is an orange female, which already is rare. And she has heterochromia. Basically, she has one eye, both her eyes are different colors. So her right eye is like a dark amber, and her left eye is like ice blue. And she's just the most gorgeous, pretty little thing. But she's also, because she's an orange female, she's, a little sketchy. But yeah, we noticed she was gaining weight. She's gaining weight. She's probably eating a lot of food. No, the weight was concentrated in one area. And my husband and I just went, oh boy. So she had some offspring, 3 little orange fur balls. And as you can see from the picture that I used for this live stream, they've got quite a bit of character. But they're all snuggly as heck. We are working to find them good homes, especially with people we know that will take good care of them. We are looking to possibly reach out to some trusted rescue agencies in and around the area to possibly help us find homes for them. But they're so stinking adorable. But because they're kittens, they're also insane. They're about 6 months old now, and just last night I'm going to bed and I heard something get knocked to the floor and thought, oh, okay, what was that? I hope it wasn't breakable. This morning I came out and found one of my candle holders in pieces on the floor. No! Why? Why are you going after the fragile stuff? Poop. And it was one of those really cool candle holders that has a circle of animals or angels or something, and then the candle holder is in the middle, you know what I mean? There'll be something here, and here, and then the candle. So it was 3 wolves. And I'm not a wolf person, my husband is, but it's so I came out and found most of the candle holder together, and 2 of the wolves kind of, why? Why do they go after the fragile stuff? I mean, what is it about this candle sitting there with a circle of wolves that my cats have decided, hey, I want to knock that to the floor and see what happens. Yeah. So, anybody want a cat? I've ended up with 9 kitties, 2 oranges, 1 female. Oh, I love orange. Yeah, orange females they're apparently super rare. So that's awesome. We at one point had 9. Don't tell anybody. But to be fair, most of them were seniors. So we were saying we were turning into a retirement home for cats. And in the past, I'd say 2 years, we did say goodbye to 3 of them. So the number did go down, but now we're at like 6. So, well, technically 7 because of the 3 kittens. So we've got 4 that were, are ours, but then the 3 bubbies. I mean, it's a big, lots of energy, big full house. The litter. Whew, we change the litter like, frequently. Well, scoop, change, whatever. They've got pretty good appetites. They're not eating me out of house and home, but I do buy like the food and litter in bulk because you have to. We're down to 4 after having. Yeah, we were narrowing things down, and like I said, we did lose 3 of our elder statesmen in the past 2 years. One of which was my mother-in-law's cat. His name was Shorts. He was a Siamese munchkin. I call him our Smunchy. And he was kind of my guardian. Like after I got my cancer diagnosis, like he would pretty much just sit on my lap or next to me. Like he would not leave me alone. Unfortunately, he was old too. He was like 16. He passed last year. He was my buddy. He saw me through cancer, and losing him it broke my heart. It was like as soon as I got better, he was like, okay, I can go now, and just it was pretty sad. I know that he's with Paul. Like I shouldn't say I know. I would like to think that Shorts is with, my mother and father-in-law. They're having a reunion, waiting for us to get there already. But yeah, we were narrowing down the number. We were trying to slim down the herd, but now we're up to 7. It's like, once the kittens find homes, we'll be back to 4. We want to keep it there. I miss Shorts. Sorry. I miss Shorts, but not just trying to sneeze into my food or gift you with snot rockets on your work jacket. Okay, little short story for those who don't get the private joke. When Paul and I first moved into our apartment, we had Beth over for brunch, and we would make brunch and we would have breakfast together, and Shorts would come on. Of course, the cats would be like, "Oh, food, yeah," but they were mostly behaved. Shorts had a bit of an upper respiratory infection, and we were treating him as best as we could, and we'd try to wipe his nose for him and everything, which he hated. So Shorts would climb up into Beth's lap and snuggle, and occasionally gift her with snot rockets, which went about as well as you can expect. He was a lovely kitty. But just imagine like a full-grown Siamese cat with legs this big. That's what he looked like. I used to call him a carpet sweeper, and my husband would get, upset. So, slide litter is good, more expensive, but works for me, especially if oh my gosh, you're allergic to cats too? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, do you take like a normal antihistamine for that, Tori? Like just curious, because I know somebody who's allergic to cats, but their partner has a cat, and so he's like, well, I got to make accommodations because she's had the cat longer than me, and I've mentioned that maybe just take an antihistamine or something, so hopefully that works. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe, possibly. You do? Okay, good. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not sure if a regular antihistamine would work or not, but I was kind of curious about that. We used to joke, though, when Shorts was still alive, that the reason he sneezed so much is because maybe he was allergic to humans. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't hear them. Usually when I'm in here, like they'll try and like slam into the door and scratch and be like, let me in, I want to hang out with you. And I haven't heard any noise, so I'm wondering if they're just like taking a nap. I hope. Wait, did I do this right? Okay, I did. Yes, okay. Sorry, don't mind me. Just want to make sure that I did the yarn overs. Yeah, I gotta try the slide litter. I get for the cat litter. I usually get the Tidy Cat, like the lighter litter from Arm & Hammer. It's a bit on the dusty side, but it works wonders. I had to get one of the big, like, 7-8 kilogram buckets and bring it home yesterday because now that I'm not working and I don't know when my stipend's going to come in for my work replacement, we're kind of, counting our pennies, so to speak. So, one of my babies is cuddling with me while watching. Oh, which one? That's so cute. I think one of these days I am going to try and do a live stream in my living room so I can show you the furries sleep all day, up all night. Yeah, no kidding. As soon, like, I try to go to bed at a decent time, especially when I've got an early wake-up call, and I swear it's like they kick off a frat party out in the living room because I hear, like, just racing up and down the hall and, like, things and meowing and whatnot. I'm pretty sure our neighbors downstairs hate us. Yeah, so we're in an apartment building, and I'm pretty sure our neighbors probably hate us because of all the stomping up and down the hall and the meowing and the, Oh, there we go. As I mentioned. Thunder, yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, as soon as I mentioned that, I heard a clatter from the living room. Wonder what's going to await me when I go out to the living room. Anyway. Okay. I might have this side done fairly quicker than I thought, which works for me. I swear, I think that's the reason why I've been buying, like, the bulk of my yarn so far is, like, it's been mostly for shawls, like shawl projects. Like, I'll look at a yarn and go, oh, this will make a pretty shawl. This would make a nice shawl. Or, like, this will make a nice, like, cocoon shrug or something. It's like I've got this almost single-mindedness when it comes to, which I really need to get out of. Because I like buying yarn for other projects. I try to do it for specific projects, but maybe it'll expand at some point. Oh, Thunder got his name during a thunderstorm. Oh, was he born during a thunderstorm? That's what I'm curious about. Was he like Jumpin' Jack Flash? Was he born during a crossfire hurricane? I'm not going to start singing it because I don't want the Rolling Stones to sue me. I don't have that much money. Did I? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I just got to check every so often to make sure that everything still looks good. Yeah, so the cat's in the picture, the one on the right side with the sort of, mischievous look, like the, we nicknamed him Blondie. He was actually the firstborn of my rescue. He was the first one out, and he's a bit more like the paler, like the orange blonde, like the light pale orange. So I nicknamed him Blondie. My husband, ever the witty guy, decided he was going to nickname him Clint Eastwood after the character from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. He's got a great sense of humor. So now he refers to this cat as Mr. Eastwood. Gray like a thunderstorm. Oh, okay. Oh, and like an Alberta prairie thunderstorm. Oh, I can only imagine. Oh my gosh. It's been ages since I've been to Alberta. I really need to go out and visit sometime. Soon. When I get enough money to travel. I'll have to come out and visit my cousins in Leduc. Okay. Someday I will do that. Sorry, I'm just checking to see if I did. Okay. Don't mind me. And me. You know what? I hear you on the gray thing. Obviously. I mean, my hair's a little darker at the back, but I don't know. I think aging is a, I don't want to say a luxury, but it's definitely a privilege. Like I used to when I was younger, I'd see like one silver hair and be like, no, pull it out, dye my hair. And, now I'm kind of letting it go because I want to see what happens. I just had to chase down one cat under the rose bush. She can pull open the door if it isn't, if it isn't 100% cat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. My husband and I used to live in we used to rent out a townhouse. And if the screen door going towards the backyard wasn't properly shut, one of our cats would get out and she would jump over the neighbor's fence and hang out in the neighbor's yard, roll around in her rose bushes, maybe leave a present. Oof. Yeah, I hear you. I just, all the entertainment you could ever want on 4 legs, huh? So I keep saying the kittens that we have, they're like the best entertainment we have where we don't have to buy batteries for it. They just kind of recharge on their own. But yeah, we used to, when we had our townhouse, we used to have to close and lock the screen door and the sliding doors so the one female couldn't get out. She's still with us. She's, oh gosh, how old is she now? She'll be 15 next month. She doesn't run around as much now. She's a little older. But she was a bit of a hellion when she was younger. But I hear you, Kim. They give me a little wily. Did I do this properly? Yes, I did. Okay. Sorry, I keep checking this just to make sure that I'm doing the yarn overs in the proper places and stuff. So, anyway. So I'm just going to check in again, make sure everybody's doing their thummies. I am looking to do giveaways during live streams. Now that I've got a somewhat of a workable schedule, I can probably do more live streams like this during the day on Fridays, if that works for folks. As long as I'm not working those Fridays. I don't think I am for this month, but I'll have to double check my schedule. You know what? I can double check my schedule right here. See if I can do when I can book another live stream. And if you want to spread the word, let folks know, come on in, hang out. I think maybe I'll do another one next week as well. Again, if you folks are more than, you're more than welcome to come join me again. Beth is heading out from work. See you tomorrow. Okay. I will talk to you soon, Beth. Everybody in chat, say bye, Beth. Make sure she gets home safely and drives safe. I will, I think I'll schedule another one for either the 14th or the 28th, if that works for folks. I do want to do some giveaways. I know I keep saying that, but as soon as I get enough money together to actually afford to mail out people's prizes, but the giveaways would have to be within Canada and the United States. I'm not quite sure how these imposed tariffs are going to work in terms of mailing stuff to my American friends. But I will look into definite shipping prices and go from there. I just haven't had anything to... I have no money coming in. I am broke. I'm a poor girl. That's why I haven't done any yarn hauls in a while. Other than the fact that I am liberally surrounded by fiber, I think I'm good for a while. But I haven't been able to afford a lot. So, I'm sure it'll get there. And, I'll be fine eventually. It's just right now things are a little, Anyway. Just gonna do that. Yeah, the reason that Beth said see you tomorrow is because she and I and my sister are going to Cambridge Fibers tomorrow. My sister needs some more, what do you call it again? The brain. I think it's Premier Parfait. One of the plush yarns, the chenille yarn, because Sarah uses mostly chenille yarns for her plushies, for her stuffies. So we're going to go check them out. Honey, it's very expensive right now to mail anything. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I know. Like, thank you for the heads up. It's just my way of saying thanks for being so awesome and supporting me. And, I feel like an improper hostess if I'm not, if I'm not taking care of, my friends. We need to catch up soon. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. That's what I'm doing today. It's like a bit of a catch-up stream, so to try and, check in with you lovely folks and see how everybody's going. How are things going? How everybody's doing? Oh my God, brain. It's Friday. But, so I think what I'm going to do now, I know coming up at 6 o'clock, if anybody subscribes to Krista, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, Crystal, my God. See, this is what I mean. My brain is just shut off. So Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, if you don't subscribe to her, you should, because she's fun. She also does tutorials and giveaways. She does live streams twice a week. She will be doing her Friday live stream today at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which I believe is 5 o'clock Central Time. And I encourage everybody to go over there, head over, check her out. If you, like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, please do it. She's such a sweetheart. She was actually one of the folks to help give a push and spread the word about the Crafty Goddess YouTube channel, which I appreciate so much. I am in her debt. She's one of several voices that help spread the word. So I recommend everybody go over there and check her out. She also does giveaways. She has her Crazy Cat Club, which I don't know if I'm still in because like I said, I have no money coming in, so my automatic payments have stopped because I'm poor. Sorry, I'm not poor, I'm broke. There's a difference. But go check her out in 2 hours and sign up. She gives away some fun things. She also, I think she also posts like exclusives for like community members, for her club members, whatnot. I don't have one yet. I don't have memberships for my channel yet. Hopefully someday, fingers crossed. I don't know. Maybe I'll start mailing out like some Canadian treats or something when I do. And I'll be picking Tori's brain to see which ones we can offer our American friends. But for now, I just noticed it's almost 4 o'clock and I should probably get some stuff taken care of before the hubby comes home. Try and get the place put together because it sounds like the cats are getting into some stuff again. I heard some banging around back there. So I will try and post an actual video soon to my YouTube channel. I do still want to put together a tutorial of sorts for like a nice like throw scarf that you can wear because here in the northern hemisphere the weather's kind of gross and cold and there's some snow and wetness going around, so you might need a little extra layer to cozy up with. So I want to try and do that. Not sure what else I can do, but school and career change is kind of my focus right now, but I don't want to neglect anything here. So this is sort of my long-winded way of saying thank you so much for those of you who joined me today. I'm grateful to be in such amazing company and am grateful for your support. This really does mean a lot, especially considering I haven't put anything on here in a while. So I'll see if I can do another one next Friday. If not, it'll be either the 14th or the 28th, but I will post something on my community tab, let you know, and we'll go from there. So I think I'm going to call it now-ish, but thanks so much for hanging out, and I hope the rest of your weekend goes well. Please stay safe, take care, keep making cool stuff. I will catch up with everybody at another time. Thanks again for coming in. I'm very grateful, and I don't know, I'm just getting long-winded at this point. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me. Very grateful to be able to hang out with you folks today. And yeah, please stay safe and take care of yourselves. Keep making cool stuff. We'll talk soon. Okay, bye. Mwah.